Hi Leute und willkommen zu meiner Reaktion zu One Piece Kapitel 1167. So, das Kapitel ist heute echt spät da. Es ist schon fast 19 Uhr. Sehr ungewöhnlich, aber ich bin hyped. Bitte, bitte lasst den Flashback zu Ende sein. So. Chapter 1167. Idas Song. Oh, cute. Call request by Ideal Sanji. A cat is scolded for stealing a book, but Gen and Nojiko aren't mad. Okay. 33 years ago, 5 years after God Valley, I could have sworn pirates were approaching off the shore. Is this? But there was something huge and shadowy emerging from the mist behind them. The underwater prison, Impel Down. Everything just went kaboom after that. Our ship was in ruins before we knew it. We were nothing but fish food. Sure, it wasn't a Sea King attack, no way. It was shaped like a human. Don't tell me you were in the infamous waters of the Florian Triangle. Fat chance we don't fish near that region. Everyone knows to avoid it. Anyway, that monstrous thing was definitely human-like. During this period, a rumor began to circulate among the Grand Line countries. They said a monster lurked deep in the foggy seas, targeting pirate crews. The identity of that monster was none other than Harold. Few who sailed those waters had ever seen a giant with their own eyes. So to them he was nothing less than the very embodiment of fear. Harold now worked in the shadows to back up the Navy as part of his atonement for the last 1,000 years of history. Meanwhile, the pirates who had gone their separate ways after God Valley continued to rise in prominence, and over the next decade or so, each of them would peak to become a defining face of the generation. Most of these pirates simply clashed over territory. However, one crew broke through all the others and achieved a feat long believed impossible. They circumnavigated the entire world. They were hailed as the crew of the King of the Pirates, Gold Roger. The public execution of the captured Pirate King was meant to serve as a spectacle, a display of the world government's power. However, the world was plunged into even greater turmoil as countless souls set out in pursuit of the vast treasure Roger left behind, the One Piece. Ey, ich will ja nichts sagen, aber die erste, zweite und dritte Seite, vierte Seite, fast nichts sagen. No one had anticipated the advent of the Great Pirate Era. Navy headquarters found itself caught off guard. As a result, more than 10 giants were drafted into the Marines from all over the world in an effort to consolidate strength. During this stretch of time, Harold waited on the Navy hand and foot, and that very year, he was finally granted formal permission to visit the Holy Land. Did you see how huge he was? He's an ancient giant. I want to make him my slave. A shallow sea contract? That is correct. Consider yourself the right hand of the God's Knights. God's Steel. Ooh. It is a great honor. Dadurch kann er kontrolliert werden. Oh no. There are 3 levels of contract. The shallow sea contract is a more minor pact. The deep sea and deep sea contracts are reserved for those who are to be bound fully to the true God. Only 13 individuals in the entire world receive that privilege. What do you mean by God? You will only come to know the greatest depths of this world on the day you become a full knight of God. Could Elbaf become a member nation then? Naturally, Harold. At that point, the entire world would be clamoring to welcome you. I'm grateful for this opportunity to prove myself. Er wird komplett gefickt. The Knight's Temple, Shangara, Domain of the Gods. Captain of the Knights of God, Vigilant Family, Saint Garling. What is the Great One planning? You are gonna obey us even though you are King of Elbaf? Of course, just say the word. We will keep a long-distance transponder snail on hand and call if we have need of you. You will be free to travel the surface world, but you are forbidden to speak of our dealings. Understood. 20 years ago, Ryogo Kingdom, Fisherman Island, ho ho ho, barahahaha. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time, Neptune. Me too, Pal Jamon. Me too, Pal. Jamon ist ein... Okay. We both have our fair share of headaches, don't we? To be honest, I don't think your son is that bad deep down. Let's not forget what your youth was like. Well, when you put it like that. I'm just being brutally honest. Anyway, did I tell you a fortune teller predicted I would have a daughter in 4 years? When the time is right, why don't we betroth Loki to my future daughter? Wahaha, now you are going too far, cut it out. Hey, don't write her off so fast, she's not gonna be just any old mermaid. My daughter might well be born with a power no one else could ever hope to handle. Well now, that does sound like a perfect match, let's have a toast. Here's to the futures of my mischievous troublemaker and your little Mossa Mossa. No way! No way! That same year, old library, Elbaf. Don't mention it, you are welcome to live freely here. Soul, thanks a bunch. Actually, there is one thing I'd like to ask, what is it? If we get other learned folks on Elbaf to help, would you be willing to open a school here? A school, huh? That's a nice idea. 15 years ago, a major incident occurred at the Holy Land of Mary Jo's. My slaves are running away. The cells are broken. Hurry, or do you want to be their pet forever? Damn it, is that a God's Knight? The Shanks? Listen, the armory will be left unlocked for you. I will tell you the location. Hurry, big sis. Sandra Sonia. There's someone out there, someone fighting to free us from this hell. Hurry, Caller. You have to run. This attack on the Holy Land was carried out by Fisher Tiger. In the wake of this incident, he would go on to become captain of the Sun Pirates. Sounds like it was pretty rough. They say someone with the government must have left the armory open for them. Now it's up to us to find the culprit. I can't wait to execute them. There is someone I want to introduce you to, Harold. His name is Shanks. Huh? He's Shamrock's younger brother. They were separated a long time ago due to circumstances. He has suffered many hardships in the surface world. If he were to form a deep-sea contract, I believe he would make a great asset on par with Shamrock. For the time being, however, he has been given the rank of God's steel, just like you. Ich wusste es. I know I said the same thing when I first met Shamrock too, but I can't shake the feeling that I have met you before. I don't know what you were talking about. You are just some giant commoner from the surface. Don't act so familiar with me. I was blessed from birth with Figureland blood in my veins. Have no doubt I'm going to become a knight of God before you. Guess I mistook you for someone else. Schauspieler. Come on, Shamrock, I wish to deepen my knowledge of the Holy Land, and I shall apprehend that traitor to claim the credit I deserve. Are there any leads? Du warst das, lol. Can't wait till your wounds are fully healed, Shanks. You cannot fathom the anguish of having the last 24 years of your life wasted. No wonder the rest of the world seemed so alien to me. I hated everything down there. Lü. That same year, the fishing village on Elbaf. It's no good. My medical knowledge is too limited. Let's call Harold and see if he can get us in touch with a more skilled doctor. Don't. He's got a lot on his plate now. What's the point of fostering a network with the world government if you don't use it? I can recover on my own. You keep saying that, but you're getting weaker by the day. You have to get better. Harold will be heartbroken if you don't. You know? Mato, keep the tavern open. No way. How can I when you're this sick either? Whenever Harold's home, he always goes straight to the elders and begs them to allow you to legally marry. That fool, he knows I'm happy with my tavern. I enjoy befriending sailors from all over the world. It may not be much, but I feel like I'm helping Harold by doing that. Hey, foreign hack. Loki, cook up this meat for the old hack, will ya? The tavern's my main hangout spot. I want her to reopen it. Auf seine Art und Weise. Good grief, that troublemaker has grown out of hand. I'm glad you have been able to keep him in line, even with Hajuden and his friends away, looking for a doctor. You boys really love you. Everyone's blowing this out of proportion. X-Dog. Ich habe mir schon gedacht, wann sie stirbt. I'll be fine, but it does make me smile. Elbaf Alcohol Village. Hometown of Loki's birth mother. Huh? What did you just say? We were talking about how utterly unbearable it would be to let that foreign bitch worm her way into the royal family. You're with us, right, Loki? We are Astrid's relatives. She was Harald's true wife. We can't let anyone have claim on our inheritance. Ich kann da nicht hingucken. That's why I slipped her a dose of poison. This stuff is fatal. Her days are numbered. Mato, we can't hold off in ringing Harold anymore. We may not be related by blood, but I see him the same way I do Hajuden. Loki is still my cute little son. Ah, Loki, hey. Ida isn't really gonna die, right? I still remember my birth mother. She hated me. She had me thrown into the realm of death. Who gives a shit about inheritance? Your whole family is nothing but trash. No answer. Ida won't actually die, right? She is the only mother I have ever known. Ui, 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 ui. Damn. Das. Uiuiui. Flashback läuft immer noch. Naja, aber es war ein sehr, sehr gutes Kapitel. Oh, alles klar. Dann, das war's. Nächste Woche scheint keine Pause zu sein. Ich weiß nicht, ob da das Magazin pausiert. Aber wenn alles so läuft, wie es gedacht ist, also wie das geplant ist, dann sehen wir uns nächste Woche wieder. Ich danke euch fürs Zusehen. Ich hoffe, euch hat das Kapitel genauso gefallen wie mir, weil ich fand es mega. Lasst gerne ein Like da, einen Kommentar und wir sehen uns dann nächste Woche. Und bis dahin haltet die Ohren steif, bleibt gesund. Peace.